Hello, I'm Saskia and welcome to my studio. In this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about designing. The first thing I want to say is that there's no wrong answer and you really should try to put any worry out of your mind. This should be fun, relaxing, and if you ever make something you don't like, you can always take it apart and do it again. So here are a few examples of our Kind kit, which I designed for children but work for anybody. And I thought that this would be a good place to start to talk about design. This necklace here, I used our freestyle kit, and I like to talk about this one because it has a nice focal area, and focal just means the center or the place where your eye focuses on. So I used 3 little stars here, and instead of lining them up together, I put a little small yellow bead in between each one. What it does is it frames the stars, it also draws our eye to it, and instead of going right to these little discs, it sort of finishes this section and says this is the middle. And I also thought that this was good to show you that it doesn't necessarily have to be the same all the way through. After a little while, I switched to this rainbow assortment, and it's just a little bit playful, a little bit funky. This is an example of using a pendant, and people also call them a charm, which is why this style of kit is called charmed. And it comes with all these beads. And in the package of these beads, you'll get a huge fun assortment like this, and they're all different colors. So one thing you can do is you can just randomly, without a purpose, take the beads and put them in any order that you want. Something like this. Or what you could do is you could start to sort them. You could say, oh, I want all the light blues together, I want all the yellows together, I want all the greens together, and then you could do it more of a pattern, which I actually have in this sample here. See here, we did light blue, dark blue, pink, gray, pink. There's a whole pattern and they're all together. Here you can see we did a little bit of pattern and then kind of cut loose. These beads are a little bit harder to work with. You have to be patient and better for kids over the age of 6, in my opinion. Then I have my rainbow kit here. Now a rainbow kit can be done in so many different ways. We give you enough beads so that you can really make the rainbow obvious, but you could also go green, or you could start purple, blue, green, yellow, red, orange, and then repeat it over and over and over and over. So there's a lot of different ways that you could make this necklace. Since we're talking about design, I thought it might be interesting to talk to you about some of the basic principles of designing, or how I go about it. There's sorting, there's working from the center out, and there's symmetrical versus asymmetrical. A necklace like this is symmetrical. It has the same number of beads on the other side, but you could say it's asymmetrical because it's mixed. Whereas this necklace is very clearly symmetrical. It's the exact same on each side. Same with this. Symmetrical, same pattern on each side. When I make my own jewelry, I will often put one of the focal points off to the side. So if I were making this necklace, I might put a few of these beads here on the side and not here. I would probably add another one. I don't love just the 2. That's another thing. I tend to work in odd numbers. I like to have odd numbers. Here is the rainbow kit. The rainbow kit is a really good example to talk about sorting. This is also a great kit for 3-year-olds and above. And there's a lot of mathematical and educational benefits to this. So if you're doing a rainbow kit, in order to do the rainbow, you need to sort the beads. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sort them by color. You may be familiar with Roy G. Biv for the rainbow. So red, orange, green. Oops, I forgot my Y. Red, orange, yellow, green, Roy, G, and then Biv is for blue, indigo. You can do blue, indigo, and we don't have a violet, but we certainly have this pretty color. So one pattern you could do is this over and over, and you could just do it in a line, and then you could go back here, and you could do it again like this. So this is one way to design as well. You can play with the pattern on the mat before you start stringing. Maybe you want to include these, or maybe instead you want to do these blue, and then it could be fun when you got here. Oh my goodness, I forgot my pink. Ooh. And then when you got here, you could maybe put a whole bunch of your stars. Maybe you want to put something in between. And then we can get symmetrical again, and we can copy here, right? Or another thing that you could do so you could do this exactly the same way, right? Or you could continue the rainbow. So here instead, see, look, what's the color after the turquoise is the blue. So instead you could do blue, gold, red, and so forth. So a lot of different ways to do the same idea. And if you'll take a look, this is very much a rainbow. But if you look at our example, this is a very different way to do a rainbow, put all the colors together. So that's the fun thing about designing, is you just do what you think is pretty. There's no right or wrong. Just remember, make sure you're having fun and get creative. Enjoy, everybody.